YouTube, this is Evergreen Stater, back with another vid. I wanted to talk tonight about this unemployment benefits and the Bush tax cuts. Well, I recently was informed by somebody that the reason the Bush tax cuts were extended was, excuse me. I was informed that one of the reasons the Bush tax cuts were extended was because Republicans in the Senate threatened to make sure that the unemployment benefits extension wasn't passed. Well, there you got a clear-cut case of bullying right there. Because, I'm for the tax cuts being ended for the wealthy. I look at it like this, If I'm making $500,000 a year or more, what am I going to care if I got to pay some taxes and stuff? Why should I care? I got money. It's people who are making $80,000, $70,000. It's those people that got to pay taxes too. We all got to pay taxes. They go to build roads. They go to schools and stuff, your property taxes, they go to schools. And the way I look at it, you're a millionaire. Why are you complaining about taxes and stuff? People in the middle class and the working class, they got to pay taxes too. Why are you complaining? And, I think the tax cuts should end. The wealthy, they got the lion's share of the money. Let them pay taxes. It's not going to kill them. The way I look at it, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Render unto God what is God's. And, another way I look at it is, to whom much is given, for much is required. That's the way I look at it, I've had a job before, and I'm starting another job next week, If I gotta pay my taxes, fine. I gotta pay my taxes. This is Evergreen Stater signing off. You guys have a nice day. Oops. Sorry, I dropped my